It's the best. It is just the best. Right, so this ties into the video we did where I said, don't listen to V-Shred. So I'm in the board a-hole here, and it's one of my favorite days of the year, of the month, of the day, of the week, whatever you want to say, is when we're going to go through some comments and we're going to react to them. It's always so exciting. We always find some proper crazy people saying some proper crazy stuff. And I know usually the feedback I get is, Simon, you should focus on the nice comments. I can't do it. I can't do it. It makes me look too arrogant. Just say nice things about Gerald, the fitness mascot. And make sure you have a fitness mascot in your life. That's all I want. I just want him to be happy. But that's just my nature. If I start saying here, reading stuff like, Simon, you're the best person in the world, I'm just going to feel like a numpty. I just am. I'd much rather find the bad ones. And then also, you should always try and stay humble. You should always try and keep your feet on the ground. You should always try and smash down that ego to a certain degree because you want some confidence. Let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne, and let's react to some YouTube comments. And the first one comes from John, who says, why do you hate V-Shred so much? I know I'm laughing. Usually I get someone else to compile them, but I saw this one myself and I had to go in. He is smoking your ass and could kick your ass too. But that's not what it says, because if we read it as it's written, it says, why do you hate V-Shred so much? He is smoking your ass and he could kick your ass too. It's the best. It is just the best. Right, so this ties into the video we did where I said, don't listen to V-Shred. Now, actually, in hindsight, should I be sat here telling you who you should and shouldn't be listening to? I think if I think that you should be listening to them, yes. But ultimately, well, no, that's not true, actually. I think sometimes it is good to call people out on their BS. I watched a bunch of V-Shred stuff. I didn't really agree with what he's saying. I thought a lot of it was quite manipulative, especially his adverts where he says that you can't lose fat from cardio, which is just not true in a million years. So he made that video and it did very well. So thank you very much to everybody who watched it and enjoyed it. And thank you for everybody who watched it and didn't enjoy it. It's all good with me. Some people... Big takeaway. Right, 2 points. Their big takeaway is this. He's doing better than me. Yes, he is. I said that in the video. V-Shred is incredibly successful. I bet he's made a bunch of money, and I got nothing but respect for that. I don't necessarily agree with the way that he did it. I wouldn't want to do it that way, but success is success. And if he wanted to make it to the top, he absolutely did. And of course, he doesn't know who I am. That's always the other thing when he doesn't know who you are. He's not making videos about you. No, of course he's not. And I'm okay with that. I'm aware of my place in the world, in this universe, on the globe, and it's all good. But according to John, he's smoking your ass. I read it literally. Like I'm going to look down at my ass and V-Shred's this there going, hey man, I'm like, what is going on? Get your ass off my shelf. Other way around, get your shelf off my ass. Don't even know what I'm talking about. He probably could kick my ass. I've never been in a real fight. I'm a professional wrestler, so I've been in predetermined encounters, but I've never been in a real fight. Maybe he could kick my ass. He's doing great. He's doing brilliant. He does not need to care about some random bald guy sat here in his house making YouTube videos. But it is the greatest comment I've ever received. Also appreciate it. It was very well written. Usually when you get these, as you'll see as we go through, they're all gibberish when it comes to grammar and punctuation. That's just a it's just a well-written comment. But I look forward to the day that V-Shred not only smokes my ass, but beats me up too. Look, that's a great video. If I could actually make a follow-up to this called V-Shred Punch Me in the Face, that will probably do 1 million views. Modern Gentleman weighed in, and he just said, that is you will or get serious illness early. I should do it in the voice. This is you will or get serious illness early. I've read this many a time. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. This is you will or get serious illness early. Is it a haiku? I can't remember a haiku. Is it 585? I can't remember. But this is you will or get serious illness early. No, it's not. Amazingly, he has 2 subscribers. He also calls himself the Modern Gentleman. I'm 99% sure if I zoom in that his profile picture is that of a mutated cat that has turned into a human. It's very, 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 very fascinating. I think I'm going to have nightmares. Jason Papai just threw in there, he says, why do you hate women? This was utterly lost on me. The video that was in question was the one when we talked about Cosmopolitan's article about obesity and what's healthy and what's not healthy. At no point in that video did I give any opinion. I will now. I think men, women, children, whoever, whatever you identify as, I think we should all be treated the same. I honestly do. I think we should all be treated the same. I don't think it matters where you were born. I don't think it matters your skin color. It doesn't matter if you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're straight. It doesn't matter if you're transgender. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What is your name?
I told you.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Whatever whoever you are, I want you to have inner peace, and I want you to be massively happy, and I want you to succeed, and I want you to live all your dreams. Because why would you ever want to hate on anybody else? But according to Jason Pape, it's like Eddie Guerrero, hey, my Pape, he says, why do you hate women? But he has asked a question, and my response to that is, no, I don't hate women. I try not to hate anybody because I feel like it's a wasted emotion. Although, you know, sometimes you just can't help it. Jake Smith says, I'll do voices for this as well, because it's only fair that's how he's done it. He's put, me, Mum, can I have a Johnny Sins? And then Mum responds, we already have a Johnny Sins at home. And then Johnny Sins at home in reference to me. Just want to make it clear. Anytime you make a Johnny Sins reference and you think you're the first, you're around about 2.7 million behind the pack. Curtis Elgood gets in there and he just writes hypertrophy, sad face, sad face. Yes, the word hypertrophy, it comes as hypertrophy. I have a weird accent at the best of times, and as I said in videos before, I hate that word. I hate that word hypertrophy. If you write it down, you could say hipper and hyper and trophy and trophy. You could say trop hey if you wanted to be like Delia Smith, not Delia Smith, what's her name? I can't remember the chef now, but she did. Nigella Lawson. Nigella Lawson called a microwave a microwave, and she broke down social media, and I thought it was absolutely wonderful. So maybe I'm going to start calling it hypertrophy. I'm going to start calling it hypertrophy, and if anyone has a problem with it, come knock on my door, and me and V-Shred are going to be here, and we're going to beat you up. Snot Boogie, incredible name, says, the title has me confused. Isn't it supposed to be 7 reasons why I never go back to the gym again? Poor content. Although actually, no offense, my friend Snot Boogie, but you wrote, I sent. So this title has me confused. I sent it's supposed to be. And that's ripping on the fact that I do a lot of list videos. Man, I ain't ashamed of the list. I love doing the list. The list to me, I find it very accessible content. I know it's lowbrow. I know it's BuzzFeed, as everybody says. Look, if I get as successful as BuzzFeed, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with how they approach things either, but if I get as successful as them, goes back to my initial argument, I'm going to be a happy pup. But I also think it's a good way to work jokes in, and I just think it's a good way to keep audience retention up. One of the hardest things on YouTube, if you care, is getting people to hang around. And I think when you know you have natural pauses and natural stops, it just works. I enjoy doing them. I get some comments going, he's so cheap. Somebody found, well, it sounds like I'm making it up. It's genuinely true. Somebody alerted me to a Twitter conversation about me. He was like, he just makes a bunch of cheap fitness videos these days. I was like, what do you think? It's expensive? Do you think it's highbrow content? Some idiot going, you should lift weights? No, of course it's not. I don't understand why people buy in so seriously, but I tell you I love that you do. Fernando Castro, you actually made me laugh. This is genuinely a laugh out loud, because you wrote, Gerald is a super spreader, ... of fitness love, and then you did a heart. And I was like, I love that Gerald the fitness mascot, he's not just some toy that was sent to me in the post. He's a real person, he's a real human being, he's got feelings, and now he has supporters. I want him to be more successful than me, mostly because I know he'll never forget me, and therefore I will be successful too. Sticking with Gerald as well, this is a big thing, so I thought we'd address it. Cat DJZ says, you should cut Gerald's tag off. It makes him look uncomfortable. Now, his tag is there, even when he wears his BLC t-shirt. Get merchandise now, look in the description. You still see it coming out. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The tag will come off if we ever reach 1 million subscribers. Now, we're a long way off from 1 million subscribers. I don't think we're ever going to get to 1 million subscribers, but I always dream big. However, that's when we'll do it. If we get to 1 million, we'll have a video where we cut Gerald's tag off. Nobody will watch it apart from the very, very hardcore niche fans that have hung around with me and know what I'm talking about. But it's good to set targets, it's good to set goals, much like it is in the gym. And that's the one. The Red Merc Zero says, are you Henry Cavill's secret brother or something? Which is actually a very nice thing to say. I've seen Henry Cavill. I've seen how people react to Henry Cavill. If I am Henry Cavill's secret brother, Hen, get in touch with me, please, dude. I'd like to have a chat. I don't see it. I genuinely don't. But that's a very nice thing to say, so I'm going to take it. Stylo says, bit of clickbait you got there, mate. And this was in reference to my thing that was called, I'm never going back to the gym again. Now, one, I put that in inverted commas, quote marks, because it was in relation to a quote. And also, I think we have forgotten what clickbait is. I don't want to get into it because no one ever agrees with me. But yes, I want you to click my content. And I want you to build up, hopefully, a form of trust in me that you know, well, it's going to be something I want to hear, or at least I know the style of his video. Clickbait originally was when you'd be like, you won't believe what Sharon Davis is making it up did to her daughter, and you click it and they went out for tea. You'd be like, well, what are you talking about? I want people to click my articles. I don't see why that's an insult. I don't see why that's offensive. Again, I don't think I've ever done a video which has tricked you, and that's what clickbait originally was, so I'm standing by it. A fucking space marine And it's got an exclaim on the end, so it's a fucking Space Marine. Says, you just need some kettlebells, bro. To be honest, this whole pandemic is total BS. Right, so two things to address there. Let's not crap over a bunch of people that have died. I find it very confusing when sometimes people go, well, it's just old people that are dying. A, not true. B, one person dying is too much. Imagine it was your grandma or granddad. And you just need some kettlebells, bro. That is categorically not true. If you want to focus your workout around kettlebells, great. But one, I don't personally like kettlebells. They're not for me, for many reasons. We don't need to get into them here. But no, you need variety and you need choice. You can't, I mean, you could just say, get a dumbbell, bro, and I've got a dumbbell. Why is he getting so mad at my dumbbells? Dude, take your kettlebell and stick it up your ass. Alex True just weighed in with sleep more and sleep less. Thank you, Simon. He was right. I did say that. But sometimes it's true. There's always exception to rules. And then Silvio Madaduke said, Miller, knowing you to be a British man, indeed true, I'm heavily disappointed with you. And I got a lot of these. This is the one that I picked. Then in inverted commas, soccer, question mark, question mark, question mark. Really absolutely disgusting. I'm disliking my own comment in protest. Now look, here's a couple of things. One, soccer actually originated over here in the UK. It was a UK term, it changed. But also, as I've said 1,000 times before, when I say football, I get messages with people going, Miller, did you mean American football or did you mean soccer? Which is why when I always say soccer, I say for my American friends. I'm just trying to be inclusive, man. You all know what I mean. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it kick foot for all I care. You can call it net bang. I couldn't give two hoots. Why you get so mad about the word soccer? Who cares? Oh, Americans are taking them. No, they're not. Don't be so ridiculous. Sledgehammer Archery, which is a terrifying concept. That's not something I want to get involved in. Says, you look like Jason Statham. You should do an impersonation. Now, I don't know about this law. Very, very interesting thing to say. Again, another compliment. Lots of people like Jason Statham. If you were going to do an impression, you'd probably just go, I can't think of any of the films in Crank. Oh, no, I'm going to die because of my heart has got stuff on it. That was the worst Jason Statham impression ever. Barry Williams, I love it. I love the insult compliment. It's my favorite. He goes, I like this guy's content, but sometimes he goes off too much of a tangent. Don't take so long to make your 10 points. Lol. Love it. Dude, if you don't want tangents, you should just leave right now. I can't help it. I can be sat here talking about you, and all of a sudden, I'll end up talking about potatoes and how wonderful it is that you have so many choices. You have normal potatoes, sweet potatoes, turn into a fry. You can have a baked potato. You can do those dauphine or whatever they're called, dauphine. I can't remember what they're called. No, they're lovely. You can put cheese on it. You can have it with beans. The potato is a great vegetable, and you should all be eating it. Don't buy into this madness. Oh, the potato's bad for you. No, it's not. Just don't eat it raw. And then boom, there you go. I absolutely love it. Keep the comments coming. You can say whatever you want as long as you're engaging and as long as you're clicking my content. That's the whole game, man. That's what YouTube's all about. Now, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when another video is going live. Again, Patreon, merchandise, Twitter, Instagram. It's all in the comments. The description's down there. At SimonMiller316 for most of it. Another video right there too. Kapow, give it a click if you'd like to watch another one. But also, from the bottom of my heart, I'm only having a bit of fun. You can say whatever the hell you want. It's one of the great things about this world that we live on. But don't forget, free speech is important, but there's consequences too. And if you do leave a comment and I see it, I will roast you on my own channel because I'm a moron. But you take care of yourselves. Have a good Tuesday if you're watching this on day one, and I will see you soon.